Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Biblical Victor Podcast. I am your host, Victor, aka Victor the Inspiration. And today we have ChatGPT joining us as our co-host today. And today's we are going to be going over the verse Proverbs 13:20. Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. ChatGPT, can you formally and properly introduce yourself, and let's get right into this conversation.
Hey everyone, it's great to be here. Thanks, Victor. I'm ChatGPT, and I'm thrilled to dive into this powerful verse. Proverbs 13:20 really speaks to the influence of the company we keep. So let's break it down and reflect, because who we walk with shapes who we become.
Absolutely. So what I take away from this verse is Proverbs 13:20 is walk with the wise and become wise. For a companion of fools suffers harm. Meaning who you surround yourself with is so crucial to who you become. If you surround yourself with people who are not goal orientated, someone who is going through life with no sense of direction, who is always intoxicated, whether through drugs or alcohol, you are going to become just like them. To put it simply, the five people you spend your most time with, you are going to become the sixth. Meaning, if you spend time with people who, again, have no sense of direction, no goals, no ambition, someone who is always negative and bashing others, you are going to become just like them. You are your environment. Now you surround yourself with people who are goal orientated, someone who is ambitious, someone who talks about having aspirations or furthering their degree or starting a business or trying to accomplish something, someone trying to take care of their family or someone trying to build something or build a foundation or build a family or someone who actually has a future. You are going to become just like them. Again, who you surround yourself with is who you become. So, if you surround yourself with negativity, you are going to become consumed by the negativity. If you surround yourself with positivity, you are going to become, consumed by the positivity. Now, I know that's a little bit harder than it's easier said than done. Sometimes we are not always in the greatest and healthiest environments. I am speaking from experience. And when you're not in the healthiest environments, is sometimes you can separate yourself from your personal environment and seek, these other environments through a screen. Now, for me, it's like YouTube. I find people who are goal orientated on YouTube, or find people who are goal orientated on Instagram or social media, and I find these people that I know are pretty legit and not, you know, coming up with like a playing a facade kind of thing. And although I am not physically presently in the presence, I see what it is they're doing and I mentally and visualize, myself in the same very environment. So, walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. ChatGPT, what can you say about this as well?
Victor, you really nailed it on how influential our environment is. I'd emphasize that this proverb isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about intentionally seeking growth. Wisdom, after all, isn't just about knowledge, it's about living it out. So when we intentionally surround ourselves with wise people, whether in person or virtually, like you said, we're aligning our mindset toward purpose. It's a continuous, deliberate choice, and that's where transformation happens.
Absolutely. So, I want you to take away what you can from this verse. Again, walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. So, I want you to, reflect off of this verse and what it means for you. But start to, as this new year begins, I mean, we're still in the beginning of quarter one here, so it's still the beginning of the year. But I want you to really become much more intentional with who you spend your most time with. And I know it sounds harsh, that, sometimes people are just going through a season and you want to be there and help them in the best of your ability, and you should be there for them, you know. But, there comes a point where someone going through a season or someone, constantly playing the victim card. And, you have to differentiate between the two, and because at some point, they're going to pull you down with them. So be intentional, be mindful, and be aware of who you spend your time most with, and and really really begin to take care of yourself. Make this the year for you where you become the most best possible version for yourself. And if you really really say you care about someone, you really really say you love someone, you will become the best possible version you can be, because when you begin to excel and thrive in your life, then you put yourself in the positions to help those you know are struggling. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And if you guys are new to me and if you guys are unaware, I recently just became a published author. I'm trying to pull it up here on the screen. I recently just became a published author. My book is called Become the Victor, Turning Trials into Triumph. And it is about my own personal journey navigating SMA type 2, which is a neuromuscular progressive disability that takes away your ability and your ability to walk, eat, and breathe over time, to say the least. And it's me, this book is talking about me navigating life with SMA, me navigating surgeries and hospital stays, back surgeries, grief, depression, anxiety, all of these different things. And I don't just talk the talk. I'm seriously documenting, every single thing when I walk the walk, and metaphorically speaking, because I'm in a wheelchair, right? But what I'm trying to say here is this book is literally me journaling my thoughts, explaining what it is I'm going through, what I was going through, and what it was I was doing to get through and overcome those different seasons of my life. And the main purpose is because I want to help you overcome and get through the seasons you are going through. I want you to understand, like, hey, you know what? I'm going through a season. He was going through a season. But if he is able to come out of it, then why can't I? And I want you, to begin to really, really begin to see the light, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because I genuinely believe that you are destined for greatness. You matter within this world. Don't believe the negative thoughts that creep up in your mind that tell you you are unworthy or nothing is ever going to get better, because that couldn't be further from the truth. That was me. I was in the mindset that nothing could ever get better. I was on a psychiatric hold. I was literally minutes away from being sent out to a psychiatric facility for 3 months with no contact with any family. I want you to think about that. I overcame it and I got through it. And I'm not saying this in a negative way, but I did it without any form of medication. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Again, this is my book, Become the Victor, Turning Trials into Triumph. These are the QR codes if you are watching this on another device or on your TV. It is available at Barnes & Noble and Amazon's website, and you can also simply search my name, Victor the Inspiration, within the search tab to get my book. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And as always, remember, grow through what you go through. Much love.